and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Yeah, the Israelite foreigners, if I'm not mistaken.
And this is verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. All right, so that's basically saying, man, we gonna possess all these heathen nations, man. We were possessions unto them, so what goes around comes around, right? And that's how it's gotta be, man. And this time it's gonna be righteousness, and it's gonna be forever, man. All right, ain't no switching kingdom, ain't no back and forth anymore, man. It's a wrap. It's forever right here. All right, and it says, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. So yeah, you other nations, man, you're gonna be our servants and handmaids, man. All right, you're gonna be washing our feet. You know what I'm saying? Giving us back massages and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's gonna be out here, man.
You're gonna do what a servant's supposed to do.
Exactly. You're gonna, you know what I mean? You're gonna serve us, man. And just to finish it off.
In the land of Israel, okay. But that's where Yahushua is gonna bring us back. He's gonna bring us back to the homeland, the motherland, the mother of all things. Man.
That's right.
Okay. You got it, man.
All right. And it says, and they shall take them captives, whose captives they were.
And they shall take them. They're gonna take them captive. So it's not a choice. You don't have to agree with this. You don't have to agree with this message. If you're listening, you don't have to agree with it. It's gonna happen. They shall take them captives. You're gonna be forced into subjection. You're gonna be forced into slavery. That's why I said we're gonna rule you with a rod of iron. Why do we need a rod of iron? To beat the shit out of you. That's why we need a rod of iron, to take your ass into slavery.
And they shall rule over their oppressors. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we're going to rule over our oppressors, man. We've been oppressed right now in this place. You know what I'm saying? So it's our time to rule over you, man. You so-called Edomites. All right? So-called white people, Salah. You know what I'm saying? You Ishmaelites, you Arabs, you Moabites, you know what I'm saying? You rule over us, man. You're oppressing us, man. Just walking out your crib, you being oppressed, man. All right? So that time is going to come when we're going to rule over you, man, as the brother said, man, with a rod of iron, man. You're going to take that shit, man. You know what I mean? All right.
Yeah, I got some. I got Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Everlasting rulership. Okay? The saints, all right, who's the holy ones of the Most High. How about Shimmy Al-Shah, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? We're gonna take the kingdom, man. Just like this brother said, we're gonna take the captives who captives they were. We're gonna take this earth back too, by violence, man. We're not gonna beg you, all right? We're not gonna ask you, please, can we get the earth back? No, fuck out of here, man. This is ours. Khan. The earth was made for our sakes and you motherfuckers in it. And we're gonna rule forever. No taking us down. That's it. You got it.
I got some. This is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. Be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And what have the heathen nations done to us? Rape, robbed, and murder us. All right? Beginning with the so-called white man, the biblical Edomites. Look at what they've done to us. Got the chemtrails, all right? They turned our women into a bunch of feminists. They westernized them, all right? Turned our men and women into homosexuals, faggots, all right? The genetically modified foods. That's what they have shown us, all right? The Arabs. Look at what they did to our people during the Arab slave trade, man. Castrating our men, turning our women into concubines. Even to this day, if you go on YouTube, they selling out, they trading our children as birthday gifts. There's actual videos on that, for real. You know, the Elam, all these nations, they gotta pay for all the atrocities they done to the children of Israel. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Moab, which is the so-called Chinese people. Look at what they do to our people in the hood. They got like 3 restaurants on every block selling us rat, labeling it as chicken.
Everything fried and shit.
Yeah.
They don't even eat that food.
Yeah. So they got to pay for that, you know? And they're going to pay when Yahweh Shai comes back. This is not the time for us to be picking up guns like ISUPK, you know, and be like the new Black Panther Party. That's not what this truth is about. All right, this truth is about waiting on Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, to come back in his second coming with the so-called UFOs, which are the chariots of the Most High, and deliver us, to give us the power to crush our enemies, to set this world back in order under Yahweh Shai. You know, that's it.
This is Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 8. It said, I have heard the reproach of Moab and the revilings of the children of Ammon. All right, because this brother always brings it out that over there in Japan, they got a fucking, like, what is it, like a zoo or some type of shit? That they got our people, like, they mock us, like, dressed up like animals or some shit like that?
Yeah, they do that on television. They paint their face blackface, you know?
Yeah.
I even seen they got a museum.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they got Jake have pictures. He got the ape on the side.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I said the revilings of Ammon. But the reviling is to speak against, like to approach, you know. And the same thing with Moab. They do the same thing, and not only with speech, but with actions too. You know how they look at you on the train? They look at you like you got 3 heads and shit.
Yeah, you go in their stores, hurry up and buy.
Yeah.
You know? They hate us.
Yeah, you break, you buy. You know? It says, whereby they have reproached my people. So the Lord only cares about his people. He don't give a fuck about you Moabites or you Ammonites. Because you getting reproached by Esau right now, but we don't care. The Lord don't care. You reproaching the Lord's people. You touching the apple of his eye. So for that, you're going to have to pay for that. And magnify themselves against their border. It said, therefore, as I live, saith the Lord of hosts, which the scripture said he's everlasting. So as long as he's going to live, right? As long as he lives, the God of Israel, surely Moab shall be as Sodom, and the children of Ammon as Gomorrah. When you go into Sodom and Gomorrah, those places are desolated, man. So it's saying that the nation of Moab and the nation of Ammon, you're going to be desolated. You're not going to have no more throne in the earth. You're not going to have no more rulership in China or Japan or North Korea or Thailand or wherever the fuck you dwell at. You're not going to have no rulership in the earth. You're going to be as a desolate nation.
They don't got necks.
Yeah, they don't got necks, right.
The only purpose is to serve us.
That's right. And it's going to go into that. He said even the breeding of nettles and salt pits and a perpetual desolation. So you're going to be in that state forever. There's no returning after the Lord's people rise up, starting with Yahweh Shai. When Yahweh Shai comes back and sets up the elect, there's not going to be no other rulership. You're done after that. You're going to be a perpetual desolation. You're going to have your portion of land, your inheritance, your little land of Moab and Ammon, and that's it. You're not going to be making any more noise in the earth. You're going to serve the nation of Israel in righteousness. It says, the residue of my people shall spoil them, and the remnant of my people shall possess them. So basically, that's talking about the elect, all right? The elect, going back to what I opened up with, Revelation 2 and 26, man. He that overcometh is going to have power to rule over the nations. That's talking about the elect. It's not talking about everybody, because why would it say he that overcometh? It would just say all Israel is going to, and eventually all Israel is going to rule over. But on this side, only the 1/3 is going to inherit the kingdom of heaven. Only the 1/3 is going to inherit the slaves that be left over, the other nation that be left over after the destruction. Right? Because not everybody's going to die. People are still going to be left over to build up our kingdom, to build up the kingdom of Israel, the kingdom of heaven. That's it. Yeah, that was it.
I got something for you. This is Psalms 149. I'm going to start at 5. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing loud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people. Yeah, to execute vengeance. You know, that righteous payback upon these heathens. You know, because, you know, they had us in slavery. They had us as a reproach, a byword. We in America, they look down on us. They look at the apple of the Lord's, the apple of the Lord's eye as just nothing, as just we spittle. And Yahweh said that he looking unto you as a spittle. So we gonna execute vengeance upon the heathen with a two-edged sword in his hand. Verse 7. Verse 8. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. Yeah. So you know when the elect, Lord willing, we get beamed up out of here by the chariots of the Most High and come back down and put these other nations to slavery. The elites of every nation, from the Moabites to Edomites, we gonna have them. We gonna put chains of feathers around their neck, you know, and we're gonna drag them into slavery. Verse 9. To execute upon them the judgment written. The judgment written where? In the Holy Scrolls, in the Bible. Praise ye. This honor have all his saints. Who are the saints? Us Hebrew Israelites. You so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos, starting with the elect. But this honor have all his saints. So eventually, all of Israel is going to partake in his glory. Because all Israel shall be saved. Praise ye the Lord. That's it.
This is Baruch 4:25. It says, my children, suffer patiently the rod that is come upon you from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. For thine enemy had persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the scriptures say like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. You blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, man, who's the children of Israel, man, like you gotta take this right now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take this, suffer patiently, man. Because if you really look at it, the times, man, you can see this kingdom coming to an end, man. This shit is a wrap, man. We finishing up our sentence, man. All right? And it says, but shortly, that's all. For thy enemy had persecuted thee. So who had persecuted us, man? Literally every nation on this earth, man. Literally every nation on this earth, they can't wait to get a chance, man, to oppress us and persecute us, man. Throwing us in jail, taking advantage of us, all right? Last fired, first hired, you know what I'm saying? Feeding us abominable foods, you know what I'm saying? That's how they persecuted us, man. All right? Telling us hurry up and buy your shit, you know what I'm saying? They mad you in their store while taking your money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get the fuck out of here, but let me take your money. That's how they be treating you, right? Then it says, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck. So that time is right around the corner, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tread on some necks, man. Stepping on some necks, man. Breaking some faces, man. You know what I'm saying? That time is right around the corner, man. So all we have to do is be patient, man. Follow the word of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. You know what I'm saying? Because as we've been saying, man, what goes around comes around, all right? So, yeah, that's what I think.
I got something real quick. I got Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 12. Ye Ethiopians also, ye shall be slain by my sword. So you Hamites, man. Y'all, man.
So
you motherfucking so-called Africans, man. Y'all the worst, bro. I really hate him, bro. They the fucking worst, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Y'all the heathens for real, bro. But y'all gonna be slain, man. Most High got he got a lot of judgment for you motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? The sons of Cush, man. All right, Mizraim, who that Put, and then I also got the other name, man. Yeah, Canaan. Yep. You know, but him, man, you gonna get it too, man. All right. The Most High got pestilence waiting for you. He got the children of Israel waiting for you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his sword too. You got the missiles waiting for you. All right. The guillotines. Everything, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be slain by the Most High sword, man.
Yeah, those Ethiopians, they think they're the chosen people, right? Those Colossian Jews, you're not. You don't have no type. Look, you don't descend from Jacob. All right?